Hey guys, Weiss Schwarz here, bringing you another deck profile. Today we're going to be a really casual, fun deck, probably the cheapest deck that I own, just because it's mainly two trial decks put together. This is going to be Mono Yellow Junes Persona 4. There's going to be a match with this deck with my friend Kyle's Mono Green Madoka deck. That's what it is, yeah. So that'll be coming up pretty shortly after this video goes up. And so feel free to check out that deck profile, and then we're also going to be doing a match between us two. So let's kick it off. We're going to start with the zeros, obviously. We're going to be running 4 of the 500 in front Yosuke's. Additionally, you can tap him, and he gives 500 to another Junes character, and it's a trait. It's going to be pretty prevalent in this deck. So we run 4 of them. You probably don't need to run 4 just because you really don't need them later on, but they're there just for now. This is a 0/0 Brainstormer, Yukiko. It's the good one of the Persona set that I think. It's pay 1, just tap her, reveal top 4. For each climax hit, you get to salvage a character, so it does help you net for hand, and you don't have to tap 2 characters for it. Next up is going to be the Suicider we're running. I only run 1 of the stock Suicider Yosuke, so on reverse, if it's level 0, you can send it to stock and then you burn their bottom stock. I would recommend running more than 1. I don't own more than 1, so we're only going to run 1. A good alternative is also this 0/0 what is that his name? Kanji? Yeah. 0/0 Kanji. This one comes in the trial deck. It's just a 0/0 2K level 0 Suicider. So we run 1. I would recommend probably at least 2. And then we also run this 0/0 on play. Mill the top card if you want, and if it has any soul triggers, you can give that amount of soul to another Junes character. I would also recommend running more of this card, just because this deck does have a very soul rush kind of feel. But once again, I ended up selling quite a few of these, so I only run 1 right now. But most of these numbers get bumped up by dropping a few of the assists. So we're only running 1 of those right now. We are also going to be running 4 of the Yosuke. This is the basic Yosuke. Comes in the trial deck. On your turn, it gains a K, making it a 3/5. So this is your basic beater of the deck. Obviously, it's just a 2/5 on your opponent's turn. And then we're going to be running 4 of probably one of the best zeros in Persona, which is the Nanako 0/0 2/5. If you have 1 or other less characters on the field, it gains a K and Hand Encore, making it a 3/5. And so we run 4 of those. That's going to be our level 0 game for a total of 4, 6, 8, 16. That's what we got. Sounds good. Alright, next up for level 1, we run very few level 1s and it's also going to be mainly free except for the change, which we'll get to in a second. So first we're going to run 4 of this trial deck Protagonist. It's a 5K 1/0, and on play you have to select another character on your field, and it basically becomes bonded with that card. So as long as that face-up card is on the field, this card gains 2K, but if this card dies, so does the card that's attached to it. I believe it's when it's sent to the waiting room, so even if you play over it, you lose its benefit. Yep. So even if you play over it, you're going to lose that back row card. So typically, I will play these, and I will attach itself to the 1/0 1500 backup, because I'm typically going to play these in the back row at level 1, because at the beginning of your draw phase, after the turn you've played this, obviously, you can pay 3, return it to hand, then change into this 2/2 right here. This is the Yosuke and Susanoo 2/2. So this allows you to change in this card at level 2, and then this will come back into your hand, so you can still use the backup. And since this left the field, this only loses 2K, and you don't have to worry about losing both of them. So just for the clearing out the level 1 game, that's only 8, 4 backups, and 4 of just a basic beater. So we'll carry back over to the 2. This is the 2/2 Yosuke. Once again, you can change into it. It's a 2 soul base and 8/5. And it has a climax combo for the deck. We are running 4 of the 1K1 win triggers that combo with it. When this win trigger is placed on the field, if all of your opponent's characters are tapped, this card gains 4,000 power and an extra soul. That's just a perk if it ends up happening. And then its other effect is when you attack with this card and Brave Blade is on the field, you can pay 1 and then bounce any character on your opponent's side of the field. So bounce for the win triggers and also bounce on attack if need be. The big benefit of the card is that we get to play it at level 2. So that's going to be the first Climax combo. Other level 2s, we are going to be running 2 of the Nanako Level Assist. Additionally, on play, you can pay 1 stock and you can add 1 Jeunesse event from your waiting room to your hand. The good part about this event is that it's free. It's a 2-0, so you can pay the 2-1, pay an extra 1, grab a 2-0 event, and when you play Jeunesse, you can search for any character with a Jeunesse trait or a protagonist character. So you can search for the 1-0, you can also search for the backup, you can search for any Jeunesse, any protagonist. This is pretty much all the level 2 game though. So you're really hitting to get these in the back row as fast as you can, and they also help you get the Jeunesse, which will also help you search for a card. Which runs for a total of 10 level 2s, which is pretty hefty for most decks, but it's because our level 1 is very good and very cheap, so we can run more level 2s. Next up, we're going to be hitting level 3, obviously. We're going to start off with 2 of the Store Manager's Son Yosuke. 3/2 10k Yosuke. It has no on-play effects, and it only has, on attack, you can mill the top 3 cards of your deck, and depending on the number of trait Jeunesse characters, Jeunesse trait characters that you mill, you get certain effects. If you mill 1, he gains 2k until the end of the turn. If you mill 2, you get to heal 1 immediately. And if you mill 3, you can select one of your opponent's level 3 or lower characters and put it into stock. Really great card. I actually prefer this card out of any of the other level 3s. I don't run more because I don't have more. If so, I would probably run 4. But instead we're going to be running 2 right now, and we usually try and search it out as fast as we can. So instead we are going to be running 3 of Protagonist P4. This is the Booster Protagonist level 3. It's a 3/2 9k. On play, you can pay an additional 1, then search your deck for 1 Glasses trait character, which is including himself, and then you also search for 1 character with "and" in its name, which this is the only one that we run, which is the one that combos with Brave Blade. So the important part is that you can pay the extra and grab 2 more characters that have 2 soul base. Or the Glasses character that you choose can be even the 0/0 Yosuke, that's a 3/5 on your turn, if you wanted to go ahead and choose that. But you can pick any character with Glasses and any character with "and" in its name, but we only run 1. Additionally, he combos with this +2 Soul Climax card. It's very rushy at level 3, but this is a +2 Soul Climax, and when you place this card, all of your characters get 2,000 power and another soul. So it's basically a global 3 soul. And then also the 2k helps get over certain things. But it's really, if you are really counting well and you can tell how many climaxes are left, like if they have 1 left in deck and still many cards to go, play it and you'll be hitting for, if you have 2 solars on the field, then we're hitting for the 4 and the 5. They're all 5 base, and 2 of them are bound to go through, obviously, if they only have 1 left. Very situational, but it helps. You can pull it off, and it's a pretty good play if you have it. And then next up, just to round out level 3, we're going to be running 3 of the Trial Deck level 3 protagonists. On play, you can heal 1, and then also, if it reverses a level 2 or higher, you can pay 1 and then search your deck for any magic character. Pretty much every single card, every level 3 is a magic character, so that helps you if you're searching for level 3. And traditionally, most protagonist cards are magic characters, and some of the Yosuke's are magic. So it helps you search out for anything. This one's very situational. I really only run it for the heals. Ideally, I would probably run 4 of this one and then maybe 4 of this one, just because the Yosuke is really good. But if you want to run more Jeunesse traits, then who knows? And if you want more heals, obviously it's better to go. So then we're going to be running 2 Dead Climax cards, just because I don't think the +2 Soul one is worth running more of. So we run 2 2k1s. This card comes from the Trial Deck. It also combos with a 2/1 in the Trial Deck, which is actually a pretty decent card. It's a 2/1, I think 7k base, and when this is on the field, it gains more power, and on cancel of the damage dealt by this turn, you get the burn for 1. So it's still a really good effect. The problem is that I'm really only running the 2k1, so we get the extra power and the draw, but if you wanted to run the 2/1, say, over more Jeunesse events. If you don't want to run 4 of them, then you can definitely do that, and then you have the triple climax combo going. But other than that, this deck is almost just purely 2 trial decks put together with a few booster cards. It's pretty easy to get, really budget, and it's honestly a ton of fun to play. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you have any different Jeunesse builds, please let me know. There are more Soul heavy ones, there are more Jeunesse heavy builds, but go ahead and play around and let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and expect a match with this with Kyle's mono green Madoka deck. See you guys later.